we're back here behind the counter, live here at Insane Games TV. It is a holiday week. We're in that week of the year where it's like, what's going on? Are people working? Are they on vacation? What's going on? It's in the middle of Christmas and New Year's. I hope you guys and everyone here, Mike and Dave, hope you guys had a great holiday Christmas, and I hope everyone watching had a great holiday. Look at that. Let's look at my mask on. Hope everyone. Welcome to the program. I never really have it on when I'm streaming, but I had it on there for a minute. You guys have it on.
That's video proof. Dan never wears a mask.
Mike trying to get some drama stirred up.
But nonetheless, we're live here. Hope everyone had a great, fantastic holiday week. We had some stuff going in and around the store here. We obviously. We're busy up till Christmas, the Christmas rush, and then, kind of slowing down a little bit, but it is that vacation week, which means we're doing an awful lot of babysitting here and around the store. Just with people walking through and kids running around like crazy, and it's always our fun week here. But nonetheless, we're keeping busy. Got some new additions to the store that we're going to talk about, some new activities and some new items and shit like that. But let's jump right into it. It's segment number 1, Fantasy Talk. We got the championship going on right now in our fantasy league, and good old Dave right here is going through the stress of the championship. Not only do you have, we got a pretty sophisticated league. Okay, it's obviously
might not be the best word.
There's the props of being called competitive.
Yahoo gives a lot of information and a lot of data.
All for free, by the way. For the price of your phone number to sell it to everyone.
So we have obviously what's going on with, you want the right to being called a champion, but also there is a cash prize as well. And it is missing. Tom, can you not Bad Boy of the Chain? Can you not jump ahead to what we may be adding to that in a little bit? But the basketball is missing, and it's missing for a reason, for a new thing that's going to go there when we're done.
I'm very glad he pointed it out, though, showing that there something was amiss behind it, Dan.
It shows people are blatantly empty spot for a good reason to be addressed later in.
But so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But Dave, champion, he's going through the championship week here. So how does it feel? You're going up against Nate in the.
Again, really excited to be facing Nate because it means that there will be a new champion come hell or high water after the game tonight. And both Nate and I have been slogging it out for a couple years in the league. That'll actually be a trivia question later today as to which one of us has been in the league for longer.
I actually looked that up.
Oh, we're doing a fantasy football league trivia or just football?
It's a healthy hybrid of both. Healthy hybrid.
Fair. Fair.
But I did have a really great Christmas present. On Christmas Day, Alvin Kamara, one of my running backs, got me not 3, not 4, but 6, an NFL record smashing amount of touchdowns and getting me 53 points to open up proceedings. The rest of my team, however, like the minimum wage pant waists that they are, all went, Kamara got 53 points. Don't need to...
You really could not ask for a better Christmas present in a championship week having Kamara get 6 touchdowns. At the same token, I also don't envy being Nate, who's sitting there on Christmas Day. How can your Christmas not be ruined when you're having a guy getting six touchdowns? I'd be like, I'm going to bed.
Nice food. He was getting his presents, and then all of a sudden the red and green cleats came onto the field.
I'd be like, I'm going to bed. Can't do it.
Again, I would rather have his spread of points across the board, players getting passes, touchdowns, things happening, whereas my team is just a bunch of oops, woo, ah.
Let's say, you guys it came down to it. Your team was a little slept on. I think the 2 best teams ended up making it in. At least 2 of the best ones. And say you guys are both going to score probably more than me and Nico this week. I was keeping track as a salty loser.
I don't know.
I feel good about how it's all turning out. Then I got to see you guys sweat it out for 4 days of battle. No, we didn't have Thursday this week, did we?
No, we didn't.
So Thursday.
No. The Thursday one was moved to Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's Friday.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
And
now
Monday.
today, because I have. So for those of you watching, right now the current score is I have 94 points. Nate has 106 points. I have Cole Beasley, wide
Beasles.
receiver, Dawson Knox, the tight end for the Bills, and the Buffalo Bills defense. Nate has Zach Moss, running back for the Bills. So literally anything that happens today is going to affect how the game goes today.
It is going to be a very fun game to watch, just with all the.
We too are relying on an awful lot of Bills people. 4 of them to be exact.
Interesting, not
You
one
better hope
Patriots.
the Bills have a pretty good high scoring game. Well,
Um,
you also got the defense.
What I'm hoping for, and at the end of the day, I will be well served because the Bills are going to the postseason, and not because Carson Palmer threw a touchdown at the end of a game and sent us into the postseason. No, the Bills' destiny, and they handed themselves. They punched their own ticket, and so I am very excited, looking forward to it. And will I feel good if I win? Yes. Will I feel bad if I lose? Here's what I'll say. I will be infinitely more excited for Nate because now Nate will be able to sit across from Mike and go, well, 2020 champion. And every time someone mentions leagues, they'll have to either mention Nate's name or mine. I know it'll burn a lot of people that have to mention mine a little bit more. I know it. I see it. I feel it. So kind of hope I win, but
You've been in there for a long time. You just.
I
It's
mean,
two very worthy people of the championship.
As Dave said, you have 2 people that have never won before. So, and both you and Nate have been in the league a long time. So it's kind of like, that's what we're establishing a new champion within the league. And, to have, and I guess I kind of feel, as much as I would love to be going for a 3rd title, I kind of feel like I'm glad to see some other people, trying to get a championship in the league. It kind of grows the league that we've had for almost 10 years now. Into some more champions. And
what
and
year
so
was
on.
the league established? 2011?
2010, I think.
2010.
I won it in 2012. Now I was the second champions. I think 2011. I was the 2012 champion,
Must have been, yeah.
and I would have been. I was the second champion of the league.
Well, football seasons sometimes span 2 years, so it's hard to say.
Well, they
There's a
consider
2010, 2011
Yeah,
season.
I think they consider whatever the year that it started to be the season.
Yeah.
Whoever wins in February will be the 2020 champion, not the 21, even though it takes place in 2021.
Mark had to love how the fish pulled out the win against the Raiders.
You know what though?
Sad day for the Raiders.
Not to blow up your matchup, but clearly we're missing out on the biggest news of the entire weekend in the NFL. The Browns found a way to not only did they lose out of the playoffs now,
They're done.
they lost the playoffs and they did it to the 1 and however many Jets.
Are they out
Like-
of the playoffs, the Browns? I think.
Oh
they're-
no, they got a chance this week. But they need help from someone else.
I
Someone else
thought
needs
they
to
were a
lose.
10-win team.
That's
Yeah, but they're
hysterical.
so now what they seeing how they lost. They need to win this week, but they need help as well from another team to either lose or win. I forget who.
Mark, I hope you start to practice saying Tonga Vailoa. That's a mouthful of a name.
It's like the
Fat
old
Boy
joke
Chain.
where you say goodbye to someone on December 31st, and you're like, well, see you next year. Same
But-
concept, same concept.
So Dave, good luck tonight. I heard the Dream Team is going to have an exclusive interview, whoever the champion is. Is that possibly accurate? On
I don't
Wednesday?
see why not. That would be an appropriate
Whether it's
session.
either Dave or Mike, to have an official interview with a new reigning champion of the Queensberry Fantasy League.
Roll that back 1 second there, Dan. You put a little disrespect in that statement you just did there.
Why would I say?
You said it'll either be Dave or Mike doing the interview.
whoa.
In
Oh,
the interview.
did I say that? I mean, either
Yeah.
Dave or Nate. My apologies. Dave or Nate
Wow.
will be doing the
Wow.
either
Wow.
one of those two will be doing hopefully an interview on Wednesday and talk about the new champion.
Say, shut your mouth anyway, fat boy with the chain, Mr. 50 Point.
Maybe one of the biggest embarrassments ever in the history of the
50
playoffs.
points.
Oh, my team's up 53 points. My name's Tom. But moving on, we got a new activity here at the store that we just installed yesterday. Kind of anxious to see where this goes. The game of pickleball. By the way, the fastest growing sport in America right now.
Is that so?
It's actually true. For the last 3 years, it's been the fastest growing sport in America.
Okay, I was gonna say 2020 doesn't count from market data of like we're the fastest growing. Nope. People shut down things, but 3 years. Okay, that's a
Well,
healthy
I've been
amount of data.
seeing more and more recreational places adding in these pickleball courts, and now I've never seen it. Just besides the fact that it's like I knew it was an off-brand of like tennis / has like ping pong playing abilities in it, so it's kind of like in the middle. The real joke. When was Dan last? I'm a 2-time champion, Tom. Okay, that's all that needs to be said. That means I've been relevant 2 years as the current champion, and I believe I was third place
You had
2
a
years
deep
ago.
playoff run last year.
Okay.
Now
What's
I'm
not
gonna
go-
know what it feels like to feel like Charles Barkley at this
and-
point. Like,
And let's not go over this season, Tom. Your team was a 4 losing streak team going into the playoffs. It had no business being in the playoffs. And you, rightfully so, got 53 points.
I'm gonna like next Monday. I'm either gonna be Charles Barkley or I'm gonna be Shaq. I'm either be sitting pretty, looking at my one championship that I really won, and going or I'm gonna be Charles Barkley going, I'm gonna throw somebody out a window.
So you have to bring a copy of Shaq Fu home with you.
Please, Shaq Fu.
So, how many of you ever, besides us fooling around yesterday, have either one of you ever played pickleball?
Not before yesterday.
Have you seen pickleball?
I was telling my family about it, and my nephew says he plays it in high school gym class. So it is
That's
growing.
probably very true.
Yeah.
I have played racquetball. I have played tennis. I have played wall ball. I have not played pickleball.
Racquetball. So this sport really I consider 4: badminton,
Yeah,
tennis,
I've played badminton too.
ping pong, and racquetball. I think it's like those 4 all kind of somewhat.
If I
Put
had
together.
to say, I'd probably say it's a cross of ping pong and tennis.
I would
Honestly.
agree. Where you think
It's like ping pong on a tennis.
badminton doesn't come into the picture at all?
Kinda. The net's low though. The net's high on a badminton one.
It's true.
The only thing I will say, and I look forward to hearing about the rules of this game, because if it's any bit equatable to racquetball, so I'm incentivized by hit it as absolutely ludicrously hard as I can at something or someone. Is that pickleball?
As long as it's in bounds.
Well, we've learned some lessons. Okay. First off, we've learned that to serve, you don't need to hit it down on the ground first and go over. You can only serve underhand, and it's got to be one hit over the net to the opposite side. So the lefts, it's just like tennis, the lefts battle and then the rights battle. If you're doing two
So you
players.
have to hit it to the opposite side and you
yeah.
have to loft it.
So here's what happens. So the server got to hit it once over the net. It needs to hit the ground once, and then the person needs to hit it back. And then it's got to go cross over to back to you. It's got to hit the ground once, and then you got to hit it. After that hits the ground once on both sides, then you can hit it as many times, one, until it either goes out of bounds or someone misses it. And it can hit the ground again.
Yeah, you can't bounce twice on one
It
side.
can't
though.
bounce twice.
Yeah. So
But
it's
it can
standard.
hit the ground once again later down the road. So let's say you serve once, it hits. You serve back, it hits. Then you guys have a bunch of bam, bam, bam. Then all of a sudden you hit it and it hits the ground once again. That's allowed.
That's pretty much the same rule as tennis.
It's like
how
tennis.
Sometimes they'll come
Okay.
and spike it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I did read the base thing is that it's not whoever last touched it scores. It's the serving team's points. So
Oh,
it is a la tennis or the other racket sports, and that I kind of like.
And with
Love
tennis,
serving
there's
both.
no, opposed to tennis, there's no overhand serving in this. Like, look,
So I was
and
gonna
you just
say
now it's
so
all underhand.
It's
only.
not like racquetball where I can't nuclear heat hit that ball as hard as I can, Because if you ever ask Vladdy about the horror of him thinking that just because fat old Dave isn't particularly quick, thinking I can't wing that ball across that court.
So
I bet you could hit that real hard.
So we need the recreational committee needs to come in and install the boundaries and the rules. I'm not opposed.
To putting a basketball hoop? Great.
No,
Fantastic.
I'm not opposed to instituting some old insane game rules that we make our own. Like, so maybe some
House rules.
insane games, house rules. Like, I'm actually not opposed to actually hitting the ground first and bouncing it over.
The ball must be on fire.
I'm not opposed to it. So
If Johnny's involved.
Johnny's not allowed to play.
Not allowed to. He's not using his hands. He has to use either his legs or his chin.
Johnny comes in and goes, "Oh, I'll play left-handed." Well, he probably plays left-handed tennis to begin with. He's a freak that goes out and does that type of stuff. I'm gonna do this whole match left-handed, and he's probably good at it. Johnny's not allowed to play.
Wow.
I'm not playing with Johnny if he's on the court.
What if he's on your team? That's fine.
It still wouldn't be fun. He'd be telling me just to move out of the way, and he'd do all the work himself, and it's just not fun. And you guys both know that's how he is. That's how he would do it.
You.
Is he allowed? Are in pickleball? Are you allowed to shove your ally off of the court to stand spread-legged across both sets? Is that in the rules? Is there a? Dan, get out of the way! Dan, get the fuck off the court!
I'm just not gonna deal with Johnny playing the game. It's just he would take the fun out of it. It wouldn't be enjoyable. But we do need to come up with maybe like a tournament in the store. What the teams would be. Are we doing singles only? Are we doing teams?
Can we get an employee for me to play with? Because I mean, we have Mike and Tom, we have Dan and Johnny, we have Dave and sometimes we don't even have Dave and. Sometimes it's just the four of you guys, which is fine. But I think that I've been here long enough that I might just have to start calling in some backup from outside. To pair with me for these things.
New news around the
now
store.
That Johnny's not allowed to play. Dave and Dan.
We did hire a new addition. You could send out a formal request.
See that? Dan doesn't want to play with me.
What Dan?
I said since Johnny's not allowed to play, Dan and Dave.
Dan, absolutely not. Dave doesn't have the eye of the tiger.
I don't know. But do we do singles? Do we do teams? I'm not opposed to singles.
Do a little bit of both. 1v1s and 2v2s.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely gotta have some kind of tournament out on the court, playing
We
some
should.
kind of
We should.
something. It's gotta be something out there, and I have a feeling this is gonna get pretty intense with pickleball. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm looking forward to it. I even wore gym shorts today just to further impact the fact that we're doing it.
I brought shorts with me as well.
Staff notice to go out and start bringing your gym clothes.
I might just throw it in my drawer just so they're on handy.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. I think we'll do a couple, some neat stuff for that, and maybe do a few streams doing some pickleball stuff, or at least filming it onto YouTube or something. So it may not be live, but that'd be cool. We're definitely looking to do something there. We got what's going on around the store. A bunch of new stuff, new snacks that we got in the seating area back there. We didn't really get to talk about that last week. But about all the new shit we got coming in food-wise. It's it's not really healthy food back there. You gotta be careful when you go back there. As much as it all is desirable to eat, it's not really healthy. Maybe we need like a
14-pound bag of Cheetos. I have attempted to quarrel with them twice now, and twice I have caught myself going, "That's a lot of corn chips."
But like, what would be like? Okay, what type of healthy food could we have back there that everyone would eat? A cob of lettuce? Like, what would you put back there?
There had to be something that didn't go bad quickly, so that takes a lot out of it as far as health goes.
Like a veggie platter?
Dried fruit,
Are you
maybe?
gonna? I was gonna say, are you gonna buy a veggie platter every week?
Well,
Because
really, the economics behind a veggie platter is not that bad. If you buy a veggie platter, it's like $10.
No!
Fumble!
God, it stayed in bounds.
oh yeah.
If you buy a veggie platter, that's pretty much 7 different vegetables all
I'd
in one
rather
platter.
be dead than eat a veggie platter.
What kind of healthy food
What's
can we
on the
get back
platter?
there? I don't know.
Broccoli?
Broccoli, carrots, tomatoes.
tomatoes.
Celery.
You're just gonna eat straight up tomatoes.
The little cherry
That's
tomatoes.
gross. I'd rather be dead. I want my gushers, and I won't.
Like, I work out hard, and I want my junk food.
We're gonna start coming up with something back there. I think we gotta put some healthy food back there.
So I like fruit more than vegetables.
Maybe like skinny popcorn.
Throw it on the ground and step on it like Johnny did. I think he dumped out a lot of the bag and crushed it into the ground.
He does that on anything that's back there. That's not,
I think he was particularly disturbed by the flavor of the skinny popcorn.
It was butter. What is so
it was
bad
kettle.
about it?
It was that sweet, weird stuff. I don't like kettle popcorn.
Wait, what kettle popcorn are we talking about?
Corn.
Wait, I don't remember
That's
what
not the norm, as you would say.
Don't use my line,
I
Mike.
like buttered popcorn.
I don't remember when he did that. What did he do?
It wasn't that crazy. He just dumped popcorn on the ground and he stepped on it and then moved on.
I think what
It was
popcorn?
when we still had all the dressers in the recreation room, and it was.
Oh, I did have it. It was a bag. It was a big bag of the skinny popcorn. It was normal butter flavored popcorn.
I think that one was not butter.
I think he was just doing it to troll
It was
in
called
general.
like Smart Pop or something like
Well,
that.
yeah, it was like
There was no butter on it. It was completely white.
Wasn't
And
completely
it's slightly
white.
sweet.
Who eats
like
just completely plain white popcorn?
It wasn't. It was called kettle corn.
It was not. It's kettle popcorn, but it was popcorn.
Exactly. Kettle corn sucks.
It had butter on it. I'll go get the bag. I think there's a bag at the store. I'll go grab it. It's still sitting in the old store, just for proof. It was classic light butter popcorn.
I don't know. You don't have to go on it. I don't like kettle corn, and
It wasn't kettle corn. It was popcorn.
and I
So-
think we should not have that.
Do you know the difference between kettle
Yes,
corn
kettle
and
corn
popcorn?
is white, not yellow, because there's no.
Then what's
butter
kettle
on-
corn?
That's kettle. I just said it. It's white and it has no butter on it. And
That's
it has,
popcorn too.
Unbuttered popcorn. So you had unbuttered popcorn back here.
No, it was buttered. But
It
you
wasn't
keep saying
yellow.
kettle corn. Like, what? Give me the difference of kettle corn between popcorn.
Kettle corn is sweet.
Okay, that wasn't sweet.
It was.
So it was
gross.
definitely was not kettle popcorn
If
or
we still
kettle
have the
corn
bag,
or
we'll
whatever
have to
you're trying
try.
to tell.
Could have been craft pot kettle corn.
Say it's been too long. We have no way to truly just finish this argument, but I'm going to believe what I'm going to believe.
What
But it
you're
was-
believing is wrong.
Is shitty kettle corn.
It
popcorn.
was skinny buttered pop. It's literally called skinny popcorn. The bag. It's like low calorie popcorn.
Now imagine this is exactly what happens when they go out to procure food for the store. This is happening in the aisles.
This is way more barbaric in real life when it goes down. Because Johnny, did we go over it last time?
I think we did go
I
over
feel like
it.
now that we're talking about
I think
it,
we
I
did
feel
go
like
over
we.
it. Nonetheless,
We went over most of it, but there was a lot of talk of how Dan didn't accidentally take out all of the distraction snacksons. And now we have that brownie platter that every time I'm leaving, I'm like, why the hell do we have a brownie
Well,
platter?
it's gone now.
Dan
It
threw away
expired.
the other day.
That's why, that's why we don't get shit like that, because now it's expired brownies sitting on the counter.
I said we needed to start eating them, or they're gonna go.
4 minutes ago, Dan's exact words. Let's get a veggie platter.
Okay, so I'm telling you now, you're telling me if I didn't get a veggie platter, no one would eat out of it over there?
I mean, I would eat out
Okay,
of it.
bam, done. I would eat
I
out
probably
of it.
would because
Okay.
I wouldn't eat out.
It'd probably be the biggest hit we've
Because
had over there.
Only you and Johnny and maybe Dave would eat it.
Nope, Tom would probably chow down a bunch of carrots when he came in.
It'll depend on how absurd everyone gets with the whole like once they get in
How
there.
many
Oh,
fingers
I'm
are
not
in there?
saying we need a veggie platter. I'm just simply saying we may
Yeah, some
look at
veggie
some more
options.
healthier food choices back there, and may or may not be little bags of skinny popcorn. I don't think that's
Do
appalling.
you see the Cheetos back there? That's how those will end up. Or no one eats.
I would eat the skinny popcorn.
So
Are you
Dan
gonna
just
eat 30 bags of skinny popcorn?
Eventually.
what you're missing is the long game that Dan's playing, where he just wants skinny popcorn. He doesn't give a rat's hat about the rest of the stuff, but he wants this. But he knows if he says
As long as you get
this
I mean,
up front,
as
Did
long
you
as
have
you
any
get
bag
the
of
bug-
Did you have any bag of pretzels?
No,
Did you have any bag of
I
pretzels?
had
Yeah.
one.
A lot, or how many?
I am trying not to be accused of using up all the
Yeah,
resources
cut to
anymore.
the chit chat. How many bags have you had?
Maybe 3.
Okay,
I
I've
think.
had like one. So Matt's had a whole thing of popcorn, so it's possible for someone to have
I'll
30
tell you what,
bags.
Dan. You can get your skinny porn or popcorn as long as It's the actual butter one and not the fucking stinky.
I had the butter popcorn. I
Okay,
would
I'm
not
just
buy
saying.
plain white
As
popcorn.
long as you agree to that, it's gonna have butter on it, then that's fine.
And you'll probably be the one eating the skinny popcorn.
I like the white cheddar popcorn.
It is
Honestly.
delicious white cheddar. That's not the argument here. The argument was it was not just plain white popcorn or kettle popcorn, as you were saying. I'm not quite sure you know the difference between kettle and popcorn.
I know kettle and I hate it.
I live for this. This is why I drive all the way here every Monday.
But other suggestions for healthy food?
I don't eat very healthy. Maybe some yogurts.
No.
Ooh,
Classic.
If we buy, no, don't buy yogurt. If we buy yogurt in individual packaged
It
items,
does get old fast now. That I
Maybe
think
the
about it.
Go-Gurts in the little packages. To go.
so that'll probably work.
No, I don't think so.
But if we buy food that goes bad, that can be a punishment.
Eating old
Of,
food.
no, that makes people sick. Throwing it at somebody, however, is both satisfying and a stress reliever, and then we have rationalized the purchase.
That's what I wanted for the punishment for pickleball as well.
The only thing we are not allowed to use as punishment foods, because I've had them whipped at me, apples. Apples
that
and
hurts
pit
so
fruit.
bad.
They hurt a lot, and they are not fun.
Another classic Dave, then you would never know that he'd been whipped at with apples. Like, in what
You have heard
situation-
the things that I say out loud, so imagine that I'm on stage saying this stuff, and then imagine that somebody gets uppity or is drunk when they came in and had food from the cafeteria.
So, in what situation would you be whipped with apples?
When you're doing a comedy show at a late night performance, and they don't check to make sure that people haven't walked in with pit fruit and apples.
People are walking in with apples at a comedy show?
Yeah.
That's cruel.
College is a crazy place, Dan. College is a crazy
in
place full
college,
of
I can
drunken
see
high
it.
people.
I didn't like
like,
that
let's-
joke. Whip out an apple!
We're gonna go to the comedy show with the exact purpose of hitting people with apples.
I mean, the club in all purpose, it was right beneath the all-you-can-eat cafeteria. So people just brought a bunch of stuff because on the end of the day, they put fruit and shit at the top of the stairs that you can take as much of it as you want on your way out. It's the Potsdam way of getting rid of expired
Did
stuff.
you whip with something? It's not like I've heard some weird things. Like I've heard of people getting thrown at with turkey clubs. I mean,
Turkey club.
Imagine-
that's an
imagine walking down the street and getting nailed with a turkey club on the sidewalk. I mean,
Oh.
I've heard some things. So, like, being whipped with an apple,
See,
I guess it's just.
I at least appreciated, though, that I was not the only performer on stage at the time when it happened. And also, it wasn't my joke that got the booze. So I felt pretty good. Felt pretty good.
But I do.
Took it to the chest.
Not to get off topic, I do like the idea of a punishment if food gets outdated.
What's that supposed to
Let's say
mean?
you bought a whole thing of Yoo-Hoos, right, that you wanted. And
I
let's
suppose
say
that's reasonable.
there's an expiration date and they're all expired. You should get no Yoo-Hoos for 4 months.
That's fine, but I also get to drink them at an absurd clip if I want to.
So you're saying you would leave
If
a
I
whole
was-
case to the last day and go on a Yoo-Hoo rampage?
No, Mike would drink half a case the first day. and then
I mean, you say you get upset stomach with one Yoo-Hoo. You're going to have 30 of
20
them?
of them on the last day.
I refuse to have this come back at me.
Mike would walk around with just a trail of Yoo-Hoo cans behind him. I got to finish them today.
You must admit, the cartridge Yoo-Hoos are green in a little bit of a fan club.
I'll tell you right now, I am disgusted with the amount of people that are getting on the Yoo-Hoo train. I don't like the way that things look. I don't like the colors. It disgusts me just looking at the little cans that say chocolate milk on them. I'm just completely disgusted in the entire situation at
Dan's
how
been
much
the only one, I
publicity the
guess,
Yoo-Hoos are getting.
that was not on the Yoo-Hoo train to begin with because, I mean, when TJ's even like, oh, I have one of those. Like,
Say TJ likes them. He's had one the last couple
David,
times.
you had a Yoo-Hoo?
of course.
Okay. Did Tom have Yoo-Hoos?
I love Yoo-Hoo.
I think he's retired from the Yoo-Hoo.
Has Johnny had a
We used
Yoo-Hoo?
to drink Yoo-Hoo at the old store all the time. Johnny? I don't know. He's a health freak sometimes. He goes back and forth.
He would eat the veggie platter.
Yeah.
You eat all the
He
yogurt.
doesn't really eat any of that junk stuff in there.
Johnny chows down on a few things of candy every once
He
in a
eats
while.
just like real foods. That's it.
He eats his
Or
bag
the
of carrots. He
candies.
walks
He
around
eats
with
the
a
candies.
bag of carrots.
He bites open the top of the peanut M&Ms like a grenade and then pours the whole thing in his mouth.
At one time.
You didn't know that?
How's that even enjoyable? So
He
he's
did-
wasting a
maybe
whole
not the
bag
whole
of peanut
thing, but
M&Ms.
Close to. He did it for Tommy one time.
So I'm just not gonna buy peanut M&Ms if we're just gonna waste food like that.
They're not wasted. He's eating it.
This story is potentially from like 2011, by the way.
No, it was back room.
Okay.
It was snack room.
What happens in the back room stays right on the podcast.
But the cranberry juices are a hit. The Mountain Dews are obviously a hit. The Diet Coke is specifically for Dan, so.
I'm infinitely glad, though, you have watched The Departed, because every time I drink one of these, I send a message to Joe at Geek for All, and we do that little bit every single time.
I was standing, you know when I thought about this? I was standing, I know what that back room needs. Besides maybe a microwave or a toaster oven.
Or
We
just
do
an oven.
discuss that normally.
I was sitting
An
in
air
line.
compressor. Great idea, Dan. That'll be such a good investment.
I was sitting in the line at Best Buy, and sitting on the counter, it was returned, unopened, was a portable ice cube machine. And I said, I like my drinks with ice. That's why I get fountain drinks. I gotta imagine for a portable
But then
ice
you gotta
machine.
have cups.
What?
Then you gotta get cups.
Okay, we have a million
Speaking
cups.
of which, I have an orange juice back there that's straight chilling. I need to bring that with me
So
before it gets the.
I guess how would a portable ice machine work? You just dump water into it? Because there's not a water line going to it.
I don't know what one you saw, but if it
It was
is
pretty high end.
typically
It was a Kenmore.
Typically, you
Easy.
would hook up ice makers and things like that to a water line, but I'm guessing the one you saw may just have a water reserve or a tank in the back. You pour the water in, it makes as much ice as it can. Although that I would be extremely worried about who and when is that going to get cleaned.
Well, would it get that dirty?
It'll ice up like an MF.
Hey, that's when you
Is
bring
it
it
the
out.
one where you press the cup and it delivers the ice?
I have no idea.
Or
I
you
just
gotta
saw it at
reach
the
your
box.
hand in there and
I thought that would be perfect for me having glasses of Diet Coke in here. Pour a little can of Diet Coke, put some ice in it with a cup. There you
it probably
go.
makes sense for you to go on. But we need a freezer.
We need an air compressor, an oven.
Not an ice machine.
Have you ever considered an air fryer? They're pretty wet.
They are the cool. I got
They
one.
are the
I got
wettest.
one for my wedding. I am now using that for literally
Hey,
everything.
you probably could. I get hella usage out of it. Say the
Chicken
jalapeno
wings,
poppers.
yeah, jalapeno poppers, any sort of potato. We cook fish in it. I know both of you love fish. You cook fish in it. You can cook literally everything, and it's delicious.
It's like you literally fried it, just not as unhealthy. See, Dan? Healthy choices.
Air fryer.
I'm not putting an air fryer back
I
here.
want to air fry my Snickers bar and my Oreos before I eat them.
We're not going to turn this into some kind of backroom kitchen in the back where God knows what else is good. Because you know what? You know what happens when we start adding all these little tools? Nothing gets clean. And that brings up the chore stuff where who's going to clean the counter after the air fryer is used? Who's going to pick up
You
the
have to
chicken
know
juice
the
that's
air
left all
fryer
over
is
the
one of the
plate?
cleanest things there is.
Okay, but it
It's
leaves
pure.
residue. It leaves a mess.
Not
It
really.
only requires the tray to be cleaned out, and that's pretty easy.
People are going to do that?
If you
I
get
mean-
us an air fryer, Dan, I'll clean the tray once a week.
Once a week, it needs to be cleaned when it's done.
Not necessarily. It depends what was cooked.
Is there
I was-
grease in there?
It depends what
No.
you cook in there. You know?
No, there's not grease because it doesn't cook the taste out of it.
It's
not a
pretty
George
much like
Foreman.
the sweetest microwave you've ever seen is what they are. It does take considerably longer.
Post COVID, we'll have Dan over to the apartment. I'll air fry some chicken wings, and Dan will have a taste test of, are these oven fried, are these air fried, are these pan fried? That's what we'll do.
So, all right, so we got to move on because we actually do have some big topics that we have to hit today. Some new set pieces. I don't know if you can see them. You might be able to see it. Oh, you can. Big old Harry Potter over there. Been waiting months to get this thing. Got
Dan
it.
was stalking this guy for a while. Not in a weird way, but
So he's now been added to the Harry Potter segment over there. So we now got
Mike,
Elvis.
can you turn that microphone towards the gate? Because it's like pulling focus away from you, and it is
No, that's weird.
unfocused.
Is it better now?
Is it unfocused? Yeah, it's getting a little unfocused.
It's better, but
Is it because I'm sitting weirdly too?
I think it's just. I think it's
I'll
the
put it
camera's
this
zoomed
way,
in
but
or
then I'll
something.
sit
it's because it's focused on the pulley arm up front, and so Mike and everything behind it are out of focus. But
I just think I think the camera needs to be zoomed. I think it's being
Yeah,
weird.
right.
But nonetheless, we have the new Harry Potter pop over there. I also got the new little. Of course, the phone rings. It's got to ring. That's the
Well, yeah.
tradition.
Sorry, yeah.
The little gem, the little Harry Potter Lord Voldemort showdown
That
pop.
one is pretty cool.
I do like that one. Pretty neat. We got that one, so that's kind of cool. So those two new additions to the set, but we also have the brand new Pikachu. So the store down in the mall was doing. We've been kind of stalking the right word.
We've been checking in at a fair clip.
vulturing. You've been vultures. You're waiting
I
for it to
guess.
die so you can pick through its corpse.
Oh my God, the thing's taped all the way around.
Do you
So-
even have the tools you need to open that near you?
Dave, you want to grab me the? There's a thing of knife. There's a knife right there. Sheetrock knife.
Throw it to him.
Ah. Right on the top by the capture card box. Behind the computer.
Why is this up here? That is just asking for some sort of minimum wage worker to place their hand on it.
So
Just
let's,
cut all the cables.
so we got this new one that I wasn't going to get. I was more intrigued with the Harry Potter. Let's get this because we're going to add this one to the set as well.
If only
Why
you had.
why don't
the
you put it up on the
cojones.
table so people can see what you're doing?
He's,
Well, I was
he's
gonna do a
building the
surprise.
temptation.
The basketball is being replaced by literally Fat Boy asked it just as you picked it up onto the table.
What did he say?
The basketball is being replaced by ...
A
ellipses,
Pikachu?
a Pikachu, ellipses.
Not a Pikachu, the biggest pop Pikachu they probably
The
made.
basketball is not replaced either. It's still there.
Just behind another basketball. Yes! Everybody got it the first time.
Please.
Dan, do you need help?
No, it's
Do
a
you,
stupid
do you want some
corner.
help? Because we can help you.
Do you want or need help?
Stupid corner.
I'll move out of frame so people can watch you tooting on the struggle bus.
Come on.
Oh, show this part though on the table. This ridiculous packaging.
I'm curious.
It was absurd when Dan opened the Harry Potter on the counter the other day. I was like, what the hell? So look at this damn thing. Look at this. Look at this.
It's scary looking.
So there's these two cardboards.
And he's got like his head suffocating inside of his styrofoam bag.
Take the bad boy out. Is he gonna fall? No, he's singing.
Dan, put your head in that bag.
What?
Put your head inside of that bag after.
Why?
Mike's got some sort of bet to wager to win.
Oh, look
Ears
at this
are-
bad boy.
that is pretty
sick. Look at that thing.
Pretty nice.
God.
So over and under, is it gonna fit in the window?
I'm not sure it fits.
It fits.
You think so?
No doubt.
What's he saying?
Fat Boy with the chain laying down some heavy
Couldn't
plugging
even be a fucking-
Blastoise.
It couldn't be
The
a
He is
ultimate
the
symbol,
symbol
of
of
wetness,
wetness.
being replaced by an overrated, weak, and non-evolved Pokemon.
Hey, that's Ash's best friend.
It fits.
So we're saying this is Ash's Pikachu, and not the one that you get in the game. And then you realize if you don't arrive it or sell it to evolve it to Raichu, it's effing
God,
useless.
look at that thing. Fits in like a glove.
Oh, I forced the Thunderstone on my Pikachu's wicked hard.
I didn't catch Pikachu because I didn't know where to get it in Red and Blue. I know now, but I caught a Magnemite and was like, I don't need any other electric Pokemon.
My Pokemon took the path of power, not the path of friendship.
That does look pretty nice up there. The new addition. And of course, We got some other cool things. Game of Battleship.
That one is good. We got to do that one of these times.
And we're going to do this at some point. I cannot wait. It might be my favorite board game of all time. The game of world domination. That would be called Risk. And we're going to be you ever played Risk?
I
It's a
still have
long
never
game.
played it.
It's probably like 3-4 hour game.
I don't understand how I absolutely refuse to play Monopoly, but I'll play Risk.
Monopoly is just a completely boring game, I think. And I mean, it's fun, but like it's just so long and just can be
It depends
so.
how long times you've played it and how often. Me, I could probably enjoy a game of Monopoly at this point. It's been years.
I mean, I would play it. Definitely play it. But it's the game of world domination. Definitely gonna play some
Fat Boy with
Risk.
the Chain, I hate it.
Sellouts. Who's a sellout?
Is he talking about Pikachu?
I think he's
Yeah.
talking about something else. I
He's
hate
talking about
it.
Pikachu.
I think it looks perfect there.
Tom will
Bad
have his
boy.
hands on it when he
Fucking
comes in.
chain.
He's gonna grab it by the ears or something. Or
He'll be
shouldn't grab
absurd
from.
about it.
You watch, that Pikachu's going to go right behind Dan, and that basketball's going to go back to the center.
Well, first off, if the Pikachu's not going there, it's gonna go over there. So it's still gonna be around. It's not going. It's either
Might
gonna
have
be
to
here.
be that right. In the
By the
middle of
way, I was
stuff.
going to say, Fat Boy with the Chain, I got a regulation The Duke, signed by Commissioner Moneybags himself.
Roger Goodell, the Duke.
So we got those new toys, new games. It has nothing to do with video games. It's a Pikachu.
Pikachu is super has to do with video games. I don't know what you're talking
It'll be
Yeah,
exiled to a
corner
corner
or be
and or be destroyed.
about.
One could argue, what is the basketball doing there, Fat Boy with the chain?
NBA 2K17. What?
And I'm sorry, does the Switch not have a Pikachu game that's out? So I'm confused.
Hey, you Pikachu.
It's Let's Go Pikachu, which is even better. Let's go, Pikachu!
Let's go, smokes.
So I kind of know. I still think I like the Harry Potter one better.
That one is pretty cool looking.
I think the Harry Potter
It's weird
one.
just how big their heads are.
I think the Harry Potter one I like better than the Pikachu, to be honest.
I'm glad
Well, you
Pikachu.
like Harry Potter.
I will
But
say,
it's
I'm
like-
just glad Pikachu looks excited to be here. A lot of the other pops look very maudlin. They're very like, meh.
That is true.
I came out of a box.
Little
Uh,
Baby Yoda, I think, is excited.
I think Baby Yoda's hungry. That's what
Yeah.
Baby Yoda looks like.
Kylo Ren's ready for battle.
Yeah. But like Pikachu's like genuinely excited to be here. He's like, oh, thank God, Dan. You broke the budget to get me.
The Joker is causing trouble over there.
I didn't get to go home with some child that would rip my ears off the first time they threw me.
Well, buddy. Starting
What's
up a
going on
chain.
here? Who did this little set piece?
That is Tom.
Why are all the gold ones meshed in with other ones?
That's because all the gold
Because
ones are-
who's in there? Brigitte, gold. She broke Overwatch as a standard. What else ones are in there? You're going to call John Wick not gold? The man is money. Finn as well. Bing Bong, comedy gold.
First off, Finn should not be in there. I'm not quite sure why Finn's in there. Okay? I don't even know who this pop figure is of this character.
He has
And I have played
Fool's
some Overwatch, Dave, and I've never heard of the name.
You've never. Well, it's because
Star-Lord.
your gurus, Butt and Johnny, call her Baguette. They do not refer to her name,
The
Brigitte.
bread at Panera Bread?
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
Okay.
Um,
Star-Lord, the most expensive of all the gold ones, is sitting just randomly in between 5 other pops.
Yeah.
Like, who sets these set pieces up?
Star-Lord should be on the top of the
He should be
pyramid
not Gamora all the way up on the top.
there. Gamora.
She sacrificed so that we could get that Infinity Stone.
What's the one that had the fall Oh, you can't even see that. The fall convention.
Wait,
Shuri.
who are the bottom 4?
Cap,
Black Widow.
Shuri, Black Widow, and Loki.
What's wrong with that?
There needs to be better ones. Like the prime one should be up there.
Oh, I see what you mean. All the main characters like Thor and Hulk and stuff. Hulk's down there. And
Hulk's up. Where's Captain
and
America? In the middle?
Hulk, Iron Man, and Spider-Man are all down here. Wow. Wow.
Let's move on. We'll have to redo the set after the show. All
I
right.
like where they are.
Okay, we got some football stuff. Dave, you got some football trivia. And then we're
So-
also going to do a football challenge to
You know
close
what?
out the show.
In the fairness of time, I am gonna skip over what was gonna be a whole character and a whole bunch of fuss, and so I'm just gonna casually ask: How many different champions has this league had? Our league.
Different champions?
Yes.
5.
Oh, you already know that?
I'm just guessing. I asked the question.
What do you
So am I
think?
supposed to quick shoot it at you, or can I think about it?
I mean,
I
we'll
could
give
actually figure
you
it out.
we'll give you Lamar Jackson's amount of time it takes him to snap football. So 4, 3, 2, 1.
6.
The answer's actually 5. There have
Damn
been
it.
5 different champions.
Damn it.
Who
is
I
it?
as
Do you have the
commissioner,
answer
I
there?
as commissioner should know. I
What?
as commissioner know that.
What was the highest
Well, in a
Point
couple hours there will be six.
total scored in a championship game in the league?
Wait, say that again.
The highest point total scored in
I
a
actually know this
championship
one.
By a
game.
single team.
Yes.
I know that. Do you?
148.
181.
Mike is the closest without going over 182 points by the first champion, a fellow David, who
I'm not
using
sure I
Drew
count that
Brees
season.
absolutely
Rizzo.
smoked his opponent who didn't even get over the Hundy.
What a shame.
I'm not sure. Do you count that season? It's only 8
Every
people.
season counts.
Wow, I was gonna say you're already discrediting other champions. Don't like that if I'm potentially getting a belt and then I'm gonna have people going, "Man, that year didn't count. It was 2020, COVID, COVID, and this." So, who has been in the league for more years in total, myself or Nate?
Nate.
Nate was a founding member. He might have changed his email, so it might be a trick question, but he's been in every year.
So Nate's under his current email has been logged in this league for 6 years. I have only been in for 5. Who has a win percentage of 55.5 and who has a win percentage of 60%? Those are the two. Who has a winning percentage of 55.5 and who has a winning percentage of 60%? Which team?
I'm going to go
Which coach?
with you with 62 and Nate with 50.
Between the two of you?
Yes.
Like currently right now?
Yes. As of literally the start of this podcast, I looked at it.
You're
One of
at
us.
60. He's at 55.
Yep.
You've
Our
been in playoffs every year, and
our
you've been
point-
in shorter, so it has
our
to be
win
good.
difference. Nate has, as a coach, total 53 wins, 52 losses. I, as a head coach, have 55 wins, 36 losses. Nate and I are literally neck and neck in statistics for points scored and
So you
things
could, I
like
guess you
that.
couldn't ask for a better championship then.
But Nate is rated higher because when he goes to the playoffs, he gets in there. Whereas every year I make the playoffs, but I'm usually Steved right out of the first round.
True.
So I've come up with a little challenge for you guys, and what it's going to be is I have measured. What's a first down? It's 10 yards,
10
correct?
yards.
10 yards is 30 feet. So I measured out on the set here.
That's some
10
pretty,
feet
pretty quick conversion numbers that he just threw out right
and
there.
some.
30, would you know 30 feet at 10 yards?
Yeah.
I only know it because I googled it earlier.
1 yard is...
So that I didn't. Mike should know he's a defensive man. So I set up 4 targets because you get 4 downs. Because if you punt, you are essentially giving up and you're declaring that you have lost and you're giving the ball away. So you have 4 chances to hit all 4 of the targets that I have laid out there. And the person who hits the targets fastest wins.
So does it mean they have to go get the ball?
Yes. Because you're counting that as, instead of passing it to the referees and then having your team scramble to line back up and decisions and things like that, that is how we are going to determine who the winner is today.
Interesting.
Wait, is it just Mike and I? Or are you doing it?
I'm doing like I'm going to buy a football and then not play.
Come
Just
on.
making sure that we're going over to the recreation
There we
room.
get-
As long as everyone's ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let me go over. Switch it.
I'm wearing my lucky wide receiver.
It's the recreation room.
So you're hearing me right now moving the microphone with me. So intimate Dave time on Behind the Counter. Yes. You cannot go past that line.
Past the black line. I like
If you do, the people defending the line on defending their own championship will be able to tackle you. That's how we'll do it. Hopefully you folks can see the targets.
Am I going first?
You want to go first?
Yes.
I suppose so.
Still getting sound?
You can't really see all four of them. We'll do a better one next time. I'll paint the targets, but so you've got 4 different men. Are you ready?
Is someone timing
I'll
it?
start it the second you do your first throw.
Okay, so I can go anywhere on the line, right?
Yep, you just have to be behind the line unless you're collecting the ball.
So I'm getting time for them running, picking up the ball, and coming back and playing the next one.
Because you got to get the team to get moved back in the line. The judges, the chains have to
I'm
move.
gonna kick your ass in this, so it's just.
All right.
Whoa!
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
From the first throw.
Ready? Tell me when. Oh, I'm doing it first?
Down, set, hike!
No!
Can you feel that? Can you feel that ass kicking? It's happening. All right, there's one.
Does it count if it hits the ground?
That counts!
That does not count.
What?
You have to hit that receiver.
Wait till you go back out there.
Oh, God!
That was a nice toss.
That'll
That was a nice toss.
There should be a team out there. I told you I used to play football and recreational activities.
Oh my God! Shut up, man. Come on, Dan.
We are now at 45 seconds.
That's pretty quick. It's pretty quick.
showing in this though.
Come on! Are you serious?
That's a tough shot. 10 yards out. That's a pretty
To the ground!
That's a standard touchdown pass right there.
Come on, the line there, Dan. Otherwise, Mike gets the tackle.
This is getting ridiculous on the ground.
Should we have a mercy of a minute?
I'll save for Dave on that one.
Oh, there's no mercy rules because God knows what our things are going to look like, Mike.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think.
gonna run out of breath before he finishes it.
Are you? I can't. Like, what is this?
I don't know. It's the same as the other targets.
It's the mess up of
Oh my God!
Are you serious? If you hit it, it doesn't knock down. Does that not count? You have to knock it.
If you hit it, we'll just
Is it a stand time?
for the quarterback challenge.
Oh, are you serious?
You're aiming too much to the ground.
What?
Get those retarded hands. Get in the bread basket, Dan.
I cannot wait until you guys go and do this.
And it's harder than it looks, I know.
So I did say
At least there's it can't be much worse.
I did say there was originally only going to be 4 throws, but this is this is too good. This is too good to stop. So Dan went from Aaron Rodgers. Now we're somewhere around Case Keenum. Are we going to belly slide all the way?
This
Give up.
Was this one on the floor too?
You got them all.
Was
Yeah,
it,
that was
the
the
rest
same
of them.
exact one right next to
no, was it on the floor then?
It was on the table.
it. These guys they said, come on, man.
You've got the audience watching. You're now 3 minutes of.
This is starting to get awkward, Dan. Come on.
Wow, Mark throwing some mean shade. Who? Mark.
You can't get that.
Alright, I think we got it.
All right,
I'm going for it.
we're gonna mercy rule it 4 minutes. We're gonna mercy rule it. 333.91.
You gotta be tired. That was crazy. We got some people watching us. All right, let's get the next one.
I'm gonna pee first. No. Do you want to go next, Dave, or do you want me to?
I mean, I will. I just, I would,
You're lucky I can run 5 miles. I was able to go that whole time. I didn't say that.
Ah. So 333.91 was your original time.
This is close, something like that.
They started beeping at
That one was back there on the white line.
Who's up?
Mike, do you want it next or should I?
Who's up next?
I'll let you go next.
All right. I have thrown a coin.
I cannot wait for these two to not get a single one of these.
All right.
You
Mike,
did good. You're scaring me
The
at first.
first 3 I
What's up,
knocked
Dave?
out right away.
You want me to watch the time?
Can you give me a downset hike and then I'll that's the first throw. You start the timer.
I'll do the Brady. Green 18! Green 18! Say ha! Oh, God!
The short pass, the confidence builder, and now for me to start breaking pops. I'm gonna go for the one that Dan was struggling with.
I say you might want to get that one out of the way quick. Dan,
I'm moving that monitor.
you gotta leave it, Dan.
I almost took it down.
Mark, we got little targets out there, little plastic
that?
targets. It wouldn't have counted for Dan, but we'll say it counts.
Oh my God! Wow!
Where was that one going?
Really earning that. Really earning it.
Got one more target.
No, I should have to hit the one that Dan struggled with.
You should bring it up. Bring that other one up, Dan, the one you missed.
What?
For
Bring
Dan.
it up?
Yeah, because they got knocked out.
By a bounce.
Hate to see it.
We're whipping up on 1:30 here, coming about now.
He's only at 1:30.
Yeah.
I mean, he still got the one I had to go through.
This is also a visual lesson on. I could have thrown that better.
If you think you're upset at your guy not getting the ball,
Oh!
we're hitting 2 minutes now. Where did Dan finish at?
333.90.
Alright, so
Whatever.
2:13.
That thing just screwed me.
You probably took 20 throws at it.
Ah! Mike, now you know which target to go for first.
And by the way, may I mention that that's the hardest one to do.
It's weird, I don't know why, but
There is a science behind it, and it depends on
Game we're playing.
which your dominant arm is.
You come back here and watch if there's no one out there. I don't know, Dave. Let's go. Everyone thought this one was easy when I couldn't do it.
oh God, it's so close. Winding up on 3 minutes here.
Okay.
You got about 2 more, and then you're tied with
Dan
Dan.
was running non-stop, and that's what happened.
Resetting my own target, by the way.
Now, I had to do mine.
Oh my God, it's so close.
Oh, Dan Marino.
Now the being tired is starting to take
The
effect.
endurance kicks
The
in.
endurance is kicking in now.
Oi. Here we go.
341.
Ah, so I already lost.
Yeah, 4 minutes you can take a step up. That's what Dan did.
Was it 4 minutes? I was able to step
4 minutes we gave him an extra yard to hit it. That is crazy.
I'm out.
Alright, so I still got the lead. Mike's up.
Alright.
Actually, you know what? Timer's still going. Screw it.
Oh god, so close.
Because I want if people watch this and they come. Also, after I do some practicing after I close some nights.
I'll count it. We'll count it.
That is the third time.
So I'm a little intimidated now. I'm gonna freaking work myself to death.
Ready, Mike. That one could be the tricky one.
4 minutes, 44 seconds, 64 seconds. Or milliseconds. I didn't really hit it. Oh, Lord.
We actually had some people out there watching.
Was not far in.
I think it might be the net that messes with it.
Could be.
Is this good, Dave?
Yeah.
Alright, Dave, you got to watch.
Omaha! 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 Omaha!
Hike!
Mike grabbing his first one. What's that, like, spike him?
I throw with 99 throw power, Dan.
Okay, you'll be fixing up the damage you caused.
Oh, Mike
Man.
wins it out front. Right there.
Mike's gonna get stuck on another one.
Yeah.
The endurance is gonna kick in a minute for Mike.
I'm already getting a little tired.
Oh.
At least hit the one that's giving everyone trouble.
Count it.
This one's gonna be tough.
That's the easiest one.
Oh. 1 minute, 6 seconds have elapsed.
Wow, I'm so disappointed in myself for not getting that one.
You were making good time.
I was making excellent time.
Woo! 1 minute, 20 seconds, the winner of the Fat Man Dave Quarterback Challenge by a mile, Mike. Woo!
Whatever. I want a rematch on this one sometime. Okay, that was bullshit on that one, that stupid one over there. Cost me time. How many throws did I have? Like 8, 10?
It got in your head.
Ridiculous. Alright guys, that's Behind the Counter for this week, live here on Insane Games TV. We have Monday Night Gaming coming up after us tonight at 8 o'clock. Dave will be back with Nerd Glasses tomorrow. And a very special Wednesday. We got a stack of shows on Wednesday. No Look Podcast will be live here at the studio. So make sure you check them out. Austin and Tyler live from the Insane Games studio. And of course we have the Dream Team, Retro Wednesday and the Weekend Wednesday, all on Wednesday night. Make sure you tune in for that. Until next time, this is Behind the Counter with Dave, Mike, and I signing out. Mike's the football throwing champion.
For now.
Say now Tom's probably gonna want to get involved.